So we reach the final question, question 17, worth a whopping 12 marks, and it's basically just an optimization question, but again it's kind of broken down and structured to sort of help us along the way. So let's start by having a look at what's going on. We've got a couple of people with a farm, and here's a region. There's the definition of the region here. So there are 4 fences, a wiggly one and 3 straight ones. We've got to, the origin is located at F, this dimension is Q, this is P, and they have to add up to 500 meters, EF and FG. So we're given a function for the curved part from E to H. Here it is, R of X is 10 sine X on 15 plus P. And part A says show that the equation defining the area of the enclosure can be given in terms of Q as follows. So basically, looking at the picture, the area of this, if this is the y-axis, this is the x-axis, we simply need to integrate R of X between 0 and Q to get that area. So that's kind of where our solution begins here, that the area is the integral from 0 to Q of R of X. So let's grab ClassPad and get going on this one. So here we go. Into main, I've already typed in the function R and stored it as R so that if we need it later, we can get it back. So our next job is to grab the keyboard, go down to Math 2, and then, oops, I've popped it in the wrong place. Let's just drag this down onto a new line and get rid of that little bit from up there. So we need to integrate. I'll just pop R in here because it is stored as this thing with respect to X from 0 to Q. So I'm going to use the variable Q. Oops, not from down there. I thought I'd tapped into the upstairs box. There we go, Q. And then when we evaluate that, we basically get this expression. So that's this fella here that we've written down. So 1 mark, possibly up to 2 now for our 4 here. Now we have to use the fact that P plus Q is 500. So we want to take the answer here and substitute in. So I'll use shift given the fact that P is equal to 500 minus Q. So here we go, 500 minus Q, and when we do that, we end up with this expression, and if I simplify it, hit the simp button, then we end up with this here, and that's basically what we've written down. So there are the basic 4 marks, and we're just letting the calculator do all the work. So over the page, what's happening over here? The next part, we've got to determine to the nearest meter the value of Q that will allow the sheep to graze over the maximum area and state the maximum. So we've basically got a formula here. Let's get the calculator back here in terms of Q that we now need to maximize. So the easiest way, there's no instruction notice up here for us to actually use a calculus method. And back, I don't know if you remember, a few questions ago, we got a minimum value in that question by just graphing. So I'd say let's start by just having a look at the graph for the maximum on this one. Now, the only drama is ClassPad's not interested in graphing a function in terms of Q. So we just want to take the answer and shift comma given that Q is equal to X. So we'll just replace Q's in here with X's. And then we're ready to go. We open up our graph window. The scale on this one, so let's have a think about it. We know that P plus Q is 500, therefore the maximum on the x-axis is going to be 500. So we'll open the view window and we'll go from 0 to 500 on this one and say OK. And then we're ready to drag the function downstairs, and I'll hit equals to get some auto scale happening. And then tap onto minus to zoom out, and that looks pretty good, doesn't it? So if we're going to use the graphical solution, obviously the answer for the maximum, G solve max, here we go, is when X is 246.6. They did request the answer to the nearest meter, so we go for 247 on that one. And the y coordinate there, which is the maximum possible area, 62,750 square meters. But to justify our graphical solution, we've obviously got to sketch this graph and put some scale and some axis intercepts in there. So let's just, while we're at it, we'll get the G solve the y-intercept. It goes through the origin, so make sure you show that. And then analysis, G solve root, and there's one at the origin, and if I tap right, the other one's over at 500.4. So we'd show the two roots and the maximum and the general shape of this function, and then say therefore the maximum is it here. If we wanted to go down the calculus path instead, so I'll get rid of that, then obviously we could differentiate. Now it's in terms of x. On the next line we can just chuck in a quick diff. And then a quick solve. So on that one, solve. But of course it's a trig equation, so we better say we only want solutions to that between 0 and 500. So I'm going to say solve the equation on the line above for x, close my brackets, and then pop in the given. We'll need the keyboard here to finish off on Math 3. Given that 0 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 500. When we tap OK, more solutions may exist, but there's the one that we can see off the graph screen as well, 246. So the calculus method isn't so bad either, although then we would have to go and get the second derivative to justify that it's a maximum, and then we still haven't substituted back in to get the maximum volume. So that would involve taking the area function here given, and then we'll just pop this onto the end of it, and we better get out of standard mode. That's not going to look very nice in when ClassPad turns it into a fraction. So here's the maximum possible area. So we're almost there, and then let's move down the page a bit. And part C, the final, oh no, we've got two parts to go, C1 and 2, 1 and 3 marks. So here we go. So what are they telling us? The length of fence from E to H is given by this equation. So the specialist students probably have a pretty good idea where that's come from, but it doesn't matter. We're just getting 1 mark for determining R prime of X. So we've got to differentiate R. So let's get our calculator back. If I go to my variables and get a capital R, here it comes. There's R. Oh, let's change out of back into standard mode and do that again. So here it is, but we know that P is, well, it's going to disappear. So we could put the value of P in, but on account, as soon as we differentiate it, P will disappear. Let's skip that step. It's terms of X, so if we just differentiate that function, then here's the 1 mark for R prime of X. We could actually, then the next part is we just need to calculate the length of the curly line here. So that's part 2 down here is hence determine the total length of fencing. So we've got to, we know what Q is. We found that in part B. We can now subtract it from 500 to get what P is. So here we go. Q was 246.65, working to a little bit more accuracy than the nearest meter. So then P would be 500 minus that, 253. To work out HE, this curly bit, we now need to use this integral up here where, let me just, so there it is, this one. So we better do that next. Here we go. So on to Math 2, we want the integral template, and then we need the square root of 1 plus. And because this is on the next line, I'll just use the answer squared. So that'll just insert our R prime of X into that little spot without us having to do anything else with respect to X from 0 to Q. So Q, well, we could copy it down from upstairs, but let's just go to 2 decimal places, 246.65 on that one. And standard mode, not a good idea here, so we'll just evaluate that one, 272.86, so that's HE. And lucky last is the distance from H to G. So this one is going to be the value of R, given that Q is 246.65. So we'll grab the calculator back again. To finish off, we will get we're going to need the value of P now. So here we go. I'm back into, I'll start off in standard mode there. We'll change, P is this one, 253.35 plus the 10 sine of this fella. And then we want to substitute it into that, whatever Q is. So given, shift, comma, that X is equal to Q, which is 246. We had that somewhere up here. There it is. Let's just pop that in. And we'll go back into decimal mode again. What a nightmare this is. We get 246.64. So that's the value of GH. We add these four up and we get the total amount of fencing as 1019.5. And that packs up the exam.